Today we're going to do some decals on our VICTRIP electric dirt bike. For those of you that don't know, we recently got a hold of one of these bad boys, and this thing is sweet. Although it comes with this beautiful carbon fiber on the outside of the plastics, we do have a full-blown decal kit that we're going to go ahead and install today. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. All right, sorry about the wind today, as it is a little windy out here. VICTRIP had Crown do their decals. So these are really good quality decals that you can leave out in the weather. They last quite a bit of time. First, we'll go ahead and take a microfiber, go ahead and wipe down our plastics and make sure that we don't have any dust or dirt on them. Now, decals can be a little tricky, so before you pull off the adhesive, go ahead and line up your decal and make sure you have a good understanding where it's going to end up and how it's going to lay out on your plastics. Since this one is an interesting shape and it's going in a couple of different directions, we're going to start off by peeling all the way down to here, and then we're going to go ahead and rip the remainder off, just like so. You can see as it rides down the plastic. We're just going to go ahead and work it, gently work it into the plastic like so. And this is going to help eliminate any air bubbles that might get trapped. If we just push it on at once, we risk developing an air bubble here and here. Now that this is in position, we can go ahead and grab the remainder and we can peel this off, keep it lined up. You can kind of maneuver it and adjust it ever so slightly. So with the VICTRIP X9 electric dirt bike, you get two color options. You can either go red and get some red forks to match the red graphics, or you can get blue like we got. Now it's time for us to peel and reveal. All right, check that out. We'll move over to the side number plate, give it a good wipe, making sure to do a test fit before we do the application. Since this is a much smaller piece, we'll go ahead and peel it off at once. We'll get it worked on all the way, just like that. Press good and firm into the plastic and make sure that that application is 100%. Now we peel to reveal. We can move over to the front fender and get this applied. This front fender decal is pretty straightforward, so we'll go ahead and just take our peel off the backing, line it up. Be sure to watch this edge as you don't get too close to it. Once again, you can kind of manipulate the decal and work it into where it stays on the flat surface there, and we can rub out all those air bubbles. Make sure we get it right in that crease. Carefully make sure that you get the remaining air out. If you have any creases right here that need to be feathered out with your thumbs or fingers, you can use your smaller fingers to kind of help work it through those creases and get all that remaining air out. Oh, that looks awesome. We'll line this up looking at the tail first. This one is a nice small piece, so it should line right up. Peel and reveal. While we're peeling away on these decals, we might as well talk a little bit about the VICTRIP X9. So the X9 is powered by a 500 watt rear hub motor that peaks at 750 watts. So this thing puts out some pretty fun power for a kid's dirt bike. And while it's rated for kids and young teens, this thing tops out at an impressive 21 miles per hour. So it's pretty darn quick. As a dad, the thing I like about the X9 is that while it's rated for 150 pounds, it can handle up to 240 pounds with just regular riding. Of course, you can't do any jumps or anything, but that's pretty cool that it can handle me and drive me down the road. Now, as a parent, one of my favorite features is that you have an additional key to lock in the power level that you're wishing to set for your kids. So if you want to keep them at a level 1, you can lock it in and they can't change it. If you want to keep them at level 2, you can lock it in and they can't change it to 3. So that for me is a huge thing, because I'm always worried about my kid going a little faster than he needs to. An absolute favorite is the digital display that you get. The 5 blue lights across the top indicate the power level, showing that we're at 100% charge. Below, you have the speed for mile per hour, and then you have a digital readout on your mileage as far as how many miles you've tracked and how many volts of electricity you have. And rocking up in the rear, we got a large 60mm rear shock that allows you to hit those bumps nice and hard. And right now, while it still lasts, you can get one of these VICTRIP X9s for just $550 shipped to your door today. And if you haven't checked out VictripEbike.com, be sure to do so. Use our coupon code FFG50 to save $50 on one of these bad boys. Another cool thing about the X9 is that it puts out 50 Newton meters of torque. So this thing can pick up and go in no time. You do have to go through about 3 of these decal sheets, but they even include an additional front number plate for you to toss on, just in case you want to add the X9 name to the front end. When you're doing the side cover of the battery / engine compartment, there's this translucent film that they have on there that helps you line them up and see a little bit better. But all in all, be careful when you're doing the charging port and make sure that you go around perfectly with that decal. We are just about finished with the decals. We just have a few small ones left. But after we get these on, we'll go ahead and take this bad boy out for a test drive and see how far we can push the 36 volts of electricity hiding underneath. All right, it got a few hours of charge time. We got a green LED. Means we're good to go. Let's go ahead and unplug and we'll go out for a little test ride. Track our mileage. Right now the odometer is reading 9, and in the upper weight class we should be able to get to at least 20, showing we got 41 volts of electricity. Let's go ahead and switch over to our action camera. We'll go ahead and start off in 1 and see how quick we can get it. Level 1's keeping us right at 9 miles per hour. Seems like that's where we're topping out. Let's go ahead and stop. Switch our key to level 2. Definitely a little bit faster now. Currently at 14. I feel like this could be a really fun mini bike for the right guy. I mean, especially someone a little bit smaller than me. Got a little bit of a hill here. We'll wait for this car to pass. Look both ways. This is probably about a 15% grade, and supposedly it can go up to 30% grade. Still going up a little bit of a hill. Doing 12, 13. And you got to keep in mind, I am over 200 pounds. Do a little turnaround here. And it's so quiet. That's one thing that blows my mind, is how quiet this thing is. All you can do is hear the tires running. You can't even hear that electric motor kicking in. Now we're going down a bit of a hill. You can see we're doing 14, 15. Let's hit one of these bike trails. But in terms of driving around on these bike trails, from what I understand, as long as an e-bike doesn't go over 28 miles per hour, it can be safely ridden on most bike trails in the state of Texas. I'm not sure about other places, but that's the case for Texas. And we're just gonna hold this thing wide open. I'd say this model is just above the Razor MX650. And if you know about the Razor MX650, it was probably where it all started in terms of electric dirt bikes. They're typically really noisy, and the engines make a ton of noise. This one, all you can really hear is the tires. See if we can drive through this carefully. Get around these muddy spots. I love riding these little e-bikes down in these little drainage ditches. I don't think I mentioned it, but these tires are 10 inches in diameter, and I think they're 2.5, 2 3/4 in thickness. Surprisingly holding up really well after riding around a bunch. Uh-oh. Don't want to get muddy. Front suspension's working good. Let's go ahead and crank it to level 3. I like that these big foot pegs can grab my shoes pretty good, because I feel like a lot of e-bikes come with these cheap basic foot pegs and they don't really grab your shoes like they're supposed to. Got caught in the mud. And I have to say, I sure am surprised at how well this thing does. Just zipping along. Riding on these little stretches are my favorite. Woohoo! It handles those bumps pretty well. I can feel dirt hitting my back. Let's see, I think this is where the road ends. Ooh, let's go ahead and work our way back. Doing 14, 15. Woo! Oh. Maybe you can ride this thing on a track. Oh, let's get back on the sidewalk. Woo! And from the standpoint of a parent, I think this is a great option if you're looking to get your kid into something that you can control and set limits on. The fact that you can take out this key is a really cool safety feature. Doing 17 now, which still is not bad. Let's see if we can I made it that time. Let's get out of here. VICTRIP.com.
Oh, do they have like bigger ones?
Yeah, they got some riding. They got the bike ones too, where you can pedal and do wheelies and stuff on the bikes.
Oh.
They got the bigger ones with the big tires. This is the small one for like the, 8 to 10 year olds. Yeah. I'm having fun on it though, and I weigh like 240 pounds. I'm heavy. It's pretty cool. It goes up to 21 miles per hour, and it's got 3 different power settings. And so you just...
The highest goes to like 21. What's the lowest go?
The lowest goes to 10 miles an hour. Yeah, it's pretty cool. See you around. Get the mud off the tires. We're at 40% power. It's still carrying me up this slow grade. It's like a 10% grade. Let's run it and see how low we can get the battery. We've been riding for quite a while. All right. Woo-hoo. I'm actually surprised the suspension is doing as well as it does. Even with a big guy like me, it's still got some bounce and it's not bottoming out at all, which is pretty shocking. And these big, nearly 3-inch tires are really helping absorb some of that bounce too. This is actually a lot of fun, I have to admit. If this was around when I was a kid, I would have been extremely happy. See a stop sign, and we stop. Let's head back home now. Still moving at 16, 17. It's not losing power like I thought it would. And we're back. I feel like that could serve as a torture test review. Got my heavy rear end up the driveway. We made it back to the garage, and I think it's safe to say we put this thing through its paces. It's showing that we traveled just 6 miles, and we're right on the edge of dropping into the 40% battery power range. But this thing did a pretty good job and carried me around for quite a while. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick rinse, get some of that extra mud off the forks and tires. But this thing did extremely well. I'm really surprised we didn't even pop one of these tires yet. My son will be upset with me if I don't get this thing cleaned off all the way. Well, let's go put this guy back in the garage. Charging port facing the charger. All right, that was fun. We're gonna go ahead and let this thing air dry in the breeze out here on the edge of the garage, but we'll leave it at that for this video, guys. As always, we appreciate y'all watching. Please use our coupon code to save on your own X9, and we'll see y'all on the next video.